He's not sleeping in the
Just
photo.
a boy.
I didn't go clubbing with the guy. I hired him.
Saying you
He's
show
not
me who
having
your
a
friends
game
are,
of
and I'll
fair.
tell you who you are.
Although I did go to bedroom.
That's the difference there.
That's right, in Jersey.
Alright, new topic, because I'm going to have to go take a shower after
But
this
I did
conversation.
tell him when he was on the other side of the bed, I says, if you touch me once, I swear I'll kill you. Straight for the
But you
trigger.
don't mean it. What he really means is,
No,
if you
no.
touch me once, I'll give you free room and board. That's It's true. I mean, come on.
Alright, new topic. I don't know.
Did you guys have to touch me to get free room and board?
Did you?
Tell her you did. Come on.
I do.
Marty goes, I
Oh, camera working.
do. Come on.
Come over here and explain that.
It's too
I
loud.
don't like loud noises, right?
Cindy?
Little better?
I cleaned it up.
No. Come over here and explain that one.
James and Johnny, why isn't he listening to mom?
So
Get
do
off
it.
your ass and get in there now, you fresh guy.
Both of you out there so mom can come in here and explain that one.
What is she
Not much to
disturbed?
explain.
Yeah.
What?
Explain what you just said.
What's
Where
the
do I
I
get
said
it
they
from
didn't
that I
have to
would run
touch me to
such
get
tight
free
ship?
room on
I don't
board.
understand.
And then you said, I know about that.
No, she said I do.
I do.
Oh, I do.
Is this recording, Joey?
Oh, you have to touch me for free room and board. Well, thought you had a coupon for that.
You got recording the whole
Yeah, I
time.
feel like
I
that.
knew he was. I don't even know what to say.
It wouldn't be.
It's not going to last long. That's
Johnny,
the
you
only
gotta
thing to
empty
say
this.
right now.
So we're going to Lime Rock on Thursday.
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh my gosh. Can we get a new topic
Okay,
here?
don't you need to bring the totem?
Please.
Yeah, so
Hey,
he
Jen.
goes,
Yes, Josh.
can I bring the kids to Lime Rock?
No, I don't need the distraction.
He says, we can sleep in the tub. I said, no, you can't. You can't stay on the ground at Lime Rock.
Because they
No,
don't
you
allow it.
can't. No, they don't even allow.
I don't have
Besides that, we can't have the Beverly Hillbillies in the pits.
That's what, his kids are brats, too. Freaking, I had to go to the front to go get a drill that he borrowed from us, and his two kids are ahead of me walking over to the front, and the one girl, she's chasing the boy, drinking soda, trying to spit on him and stuff. And they're just laughing their heads off and
So I'm
running
sure
around.
it's just snappy condition inside there, yeah.
Help me, Steve.
It's not like you could, anything that's broken, it's
What?
like you
Help
take it out of his
yourself.
head.
I mean, stop already. The suckers, come on. You don't need this kind of a headache. I don't know why you do it.
Fool me once, shame
I
on
don't get it.
shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3,000.
I heard that song, We Are the World. You know, I
So
just
somebody to Ethiopia, and then you're done with it.
What?
At least I don't got to talk
Right
to
now.
Well, no, let's stay cool. I mean, you know.
Well, whoever intended for the whole family to be there, so that the toter's parked outside work. I says, okay, you use the generator, you know, but it's got a timer on it, and then you got to pay for the diesel fuel. Okay, then the next sentence, a few days later, and then fill the propane tank, and then you pay for whatever it is. No, he goes and gets his own propane tank, so God forbid you fill my propane tank. Then next thing, okay, well, I'm gonna hook up the water to it. I can use the shower. So they're using my water. Next thing, it's okay. I'm gonna run the electrical cord out to the toter. So you're using my electric.
What
And then I go buy it. There's the electrical cord, the water, and the generator's on anyway. I didn't know you could use that much electricity in there.
But like you got to charge him for that crap.
Well, I am.
By the time he pays for all that crap, you might as well go back to Mike's body shop and pay $30 a night.
Just a
Nah? No, now it's not happening.
Why?
Because Mike don't want to see me.
Don't talk anymore.
Now that Mike got him out of his hair, I'll tell you, that was a plan Mike did. He set you up.
No,
No.
no. he was trying to help the guy out, but
Nah,
there is no helping him.
You know what this is? I'm gonna tell you right now what this is. You
So
know that
am
movie?
I right then?
Well,
This-
the one thing.
This is What About Bob?
No.
I'd like to hear
What about
Steve
Rob?
thinks.
Mike is Richard Dreyfuss. He's trying to get rid of Bill Murray, and it
I
brought
said
him
I
to
want
you.
ice. I didn't say get rid of the cup.
I couldn't hear everything that was going on.
There's ice right there.
What do you think?
Shit.
What? Why ask him? He's the sucker that gave him the $100 today.
I'm wondering, am I just...
But he will pay him back on Tuesday, borrowed on Wednesday.
He's back on Wednesday.
So when
You'll
he's,
never-
when he's ready to leave and just not come back, that 100 is his. So, so he just, that one day, you better catch him in the in-between day when he pays you.
What does Steve think? I don't know. The room upstairs, is pretty nice. So,
No, nobody's giving
Okay.
Steve a chance
Wait,
to say.
wait,
To be
last
really
week-
honest, if you
Wait a
think I'm
minute,
just
here's
being
the
a little
best
witch
one.
about it.
Hey, give me some props. Give me some props. The other week, I made him mad at me,
Who?
Rob, because
you don't do
he
nothing?
didn't have the water hooked up at the toilet yet. So, we were going home. And you can see it, the sign go right across his head, the script. Well, they're sleeping at their house and showering. Can I come over to your house and shower?
Yeah, okay.
Give me some props. I said no.
We go into work tomorrow and ask my boss if I can go and shower at his house.
Well, if you ask your boss that, he probably would get all excited and say, as long as he can come too. In the shower. Yeah. No, Elijah, it won't really happen. I'm not lying.
Wait, so you actually said no? And what did you say?
Well, no, because he was annoyed because you could read his mind because Ashley had just left. So there was 1, 2, 3. In his mind, he was actually thinking that if he put it the right way, he could take the room where Ashley was.
There is no room because I was sleeping on the freaking floor.
No, but that's exactly where his mind was going. You could read his mind. Did Dad come over and use the shower?
Yeah, well, I would like to hope that, I mean, in everybody's mind, that Sam and I's situation is different than Rob's situation.
Oh,
Obviously.
Oh, we'd be ripping into you now if it wasn't.
But this
They're like, what do they say about us when we're not around?
dude, oh, you have no idea. But
I want to know what you say about us when we're not around.
not a freaking thing.
They can have their own
We gotta put up a video camera in that freaking race shop during the day.
But
Oh,
the
yes,
simple
for the
fact
TV.
is
This is what he's saying.
that he is a guy that has lost his way, right? And I see what your dad's doing. He's trying to help him out. I'm trying to help him out. But the more and more we get involved with the situation, the more and more we both realize that it ain't worth it.
Right.
It's not worth it, but it's the ending of it now that's the most difficult.
No,
part.
because when he
But
gets
the
mad,
reason
because
I
he
get so
quit last week.
frustrated, the reason I get so frustrated now, not even having to hear very much, is because
You've seen
there's
this
been
movie before.
30 other Robs.
Yeah, I know, but in the big sense of it, though,
Including
you should be.
our uncle.
And I'm not going to speak for anybody
Sean.
except for myself. That, and I'm not trying to get brownie points either. That I'm proud to work for somebody like that cares enough about a human being like your father does.
I
okay?
said his heart is too big. I
Exactly.
understand what he's
Alright, so great,
trying
he's gonna
to
go to
do.
heaven. But in the meantime, the freaking guy's having us.
No, but the worst part is that's not what gets you to heaven.
I understand what he's trying to do, but
But it's
Well, that crap
it
don't
is
get you to
not-
heaven. None of that gets you to heaven.
This is
Rob
the
doesn't
problem
end
now.
up there. He's
It's
gonna be calling.
not
Yeah, Joe, can you
being
send? Can you
appreciated.
help me out? I'm down in this
Not
hot
being
place.
I'm at the gate. I'm at the gate. They don't want to let me in. Did you run the electrical cord out?
That shouldn't have happened. But I'm a sucker too. I have been in the room and almost said no to this guy. And I'll be honest with you, I'm afraid to say no, but now I've told him today, this is the last time this is happening.
You know,
And I
thanks
said,
to you. Thanks to you, the cops are going to be checking us out. And then they're going to find out you're an illegal alien here, and then that's the end of the whole
oh my God, really?
whatever, take me to the plane.
Yeah, we
But-
haven't had it since last Sunday.
Hey,
I am
listen,
having words with him tomorrow. I'm definitely having words and saying, look, I don't like lending money to people who don't, at least in the back of their minds, are set to have the word no thrown their way. He is not a guy that is used to having the word no said to him.
Oh no, because then he's mad at you. Because
Exactly.
it's please, 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 please. But if it happens to be no, he will be mad at you.
Exactly. And I don't.
And tell him the next time he comes over here and he wants you to lend money, you got to do it in a different way so it doesn't look like a drug deal going down.
He's got to come in the bloody driveway, come up to the door like a man. But that ain't happening either.
Well, he can stay outside.
Well,
Meet him in the park. Let's go.
there isn't going to be a next time.
Exactly.
Like the other drug dealers do it. Why can't you just do it in the park there like the other drug dealers?
But you know, I mean, no, that it's not happening again. It's not, and I'm going to tell him. A, how dare you get upset with me
I like that.
on the phone?
So you wonder why I get annoyed? I come into the race shop there and his stuff is strewn from one end to the other.
Without asking.
I saw that and I didn't want to tell you because I didn't want to piss off you again.
That's what I mean now. This stuff follows you home. That's why I get annoyed. Put yourself in these positions.
And Idol's ending too, so you have nothing to look forward to either.
Well, I do. I have to look forward to your mom and Elijah.
Yeah, so she can get her free room and
You look
board.
forward to me?
Huh?
Only mom and
And
dad.
all my children. All my children. Even
When
the ones that
I
don't
say
come running
that,
through the
it's
door.
When I
not-
saw all his crap there and it was
It's not
still
a
laying
good
there when we
situation to
left
get
and
into
everything
because
was
this
locked
guy
up.
is not.
Well, it's
I
not
didn't-
what I intend to do.
I'm wondering why he even knows.
Yeah,
where
just
he
went
lives.
on Friday actually.
He had to come here and do some work. One of the
Let's work
cars.
on one of the cars.
Like right after work.
I'm just saying, people who are
Just in '96.
into those
It's
kind
only
of
my second
things.
time, and I haven't played in.
Yeah, but I.
It's
He's
not
these
those same
cookies in a
cookies.
long time.
I had like 4 balls.
No sugar?
Yeah.
When I hope you agree that when you do grow up and there's certain people that you, and I'm talking for myself,
It is really
okay?
nice. I don't get to go enough.
Chocolate what?
I had a different
That's a different brand.
upbringing in my life.
Right, yeah, it's like
And I've
$60.
hung around some deviant people or whatever, but it's all in what
No.
you want to make
One
of your
example
life.
that we have used.
That's what directs you into being. If you want to be a poster child for that sort of activity, you're going to be like that. But if you are part of that and you grow up and you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, he is a product because he's decided to be a product of his environment. There are other people.
My issue is this is what this guy is now.
Like here,
I just
I got no money, I got
Really,
no
really
money, I got no money, I got no money, I got no money. I mean, it's like, we could go on to the next floor.
But I don't want to
Wait a
hear
minute,
it.
so-
I don't.
You know? And then
Well,
that's
it's
why
frustrating,
No,
Dad.
it's funny.
now it's like so outdated up, you know?
You don't know how to save any money. He just, the money comes in his pocket and then just goes flying out the other pocket. It's like,
That's what happens when you have 7 kids, right?
no, it's like, don't know how to save money at
He
all.
doesn't work there
You
anymore.
get the kids in the program, the kids gotta eat. Well, you're trying to save money.
Yeah, I didn't
Why
do
don't you
too
go
bad
buy
on
some
Friday.
food economically?
Pretty
Buy some cold cuts, buy some bread, buy this.
I didn't
God
do
knows
it.
you're running the generator that runs my refrigerator. I opened up the refrigerator, there's stuff in there. You know, no, he orders up a couple of pizzas for $28.
No, he ordered one pizza, baked ziti, garlic bread, salad, zeppelis. He actually got a good deal. Ended up being $28.
Paid for it.
Maybe he said to the guy on the phone, "Listen, can you do me a favor? Cut that in half."
Yeah, but it was like, delivered at the back of the building right by the toilet home.
Were you any good?
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, that's, you know what I mean?
So
That's-
and no, but like then the thing is like, okay, and you're gonna go bowling. It's all wonderful things, but this is a time in your life when you need to read them
Keep score or not?
because you can't spend 10 cents.
Yeah, so,
If
I
you're
mean,
in
it
this
is
money
it's
stuff.
different.
Maybe call Steve up, say, okay, Steve, we'll
Was he?
go off to the bar, have a few drinks.
Yeah.
Do it. And where you leaving the kids?
That's what I mean. He phoned me up and he said, "You want to go out?"
You know, that's like
And then I kind of,
This is the second time or the first time?
this is
I'm usually
This is
like
Friday.
90s, even a low
first time.
100.
And I brought it up to him. And I didn't get called back after this, and he told his big story, and I don't believe a word he said, to be totally honest with you. But he said, we'll go out, and I said, well, wait a minute, were you getting the kids tonight? Were you staying in the toilet room?
Yeah, definitely.
How can you go out? You gotta, I'll find a sitter for you.
Where do you even go?
And then your dad and I are talking, I'm thinking to myself, you're
I
taking
need to play that
these
one.
kids away from a explosive situation, you're putting them in the toilet bowl.
No.
Wouldn't you want to spend time with your kids?
So you wanna go out and drink?
No, he wants to go out.
Wait, so it's like $60 to play?
That's what I'm saying. What are you doing that's helping him to not?
Well, as it unfolds, the more you realize, and then you try to figure out how to extricate yourself from the situation.
And that's where everybody's at.
Because at the same time, when he's doing some work, he's doing some work that I need.
I understand.
So the other choice is like, because if you have to make it come to loggerheads, you're gonna throw him off the property, and that's the end of the
For
story.
a resident, which I say I am, I just.
Yeah, I understand. Your heart's in the right place.
I think it,
It always
actually, I
is,
think it's
but-
less.
Actually, knows
I mean,
Donna,
when he
who
does
works
put his
for-
mind to the work that
Her
he's
son
doing,
works there, he golfs like on the
Does
school
a
team and
good
stuff like
job.
that.
He's actually
He
good.
works
He's a
in
good
the
mechanic.
he does.
He gets to go for free.
And having him
Yeah.
I mean, let's put it this way, he's probably worked on your car a few times.
Yeah, my brother works at Nesquad Country Club.
That's-
Yeah, that'd get in there for free.
that's the,
Well, speaking of your
No,
car,
because
because
it's
I
hard
can get a new top.
I mean,
It's,
if
it's
he's
like
actually
really
putting forth,
high-end
then-
country
Well,
club.
no,
I'm
no,
not
no,
saying
good
that
employee
hiring
encompasses,
was a bad idea,
Softball
but
go there,
to help
all the
somebody-
Baldwins go there.
like, didn't we just
You
put
know, they
4
like
tires on
belong
your
to
car?
it. I
Yeah,
think
but
it's
it's
just
got a
for
friggin'
once-
bubble the size of a pit bull on the left front.
Just you know,
Well,
sign up.
just
So
fortunately, it's a good thing you
they're
got
pretty strict.
It's the winter. It's
You
always
can get, like, we
hot.
can go on like Monday afternoons and
Just so you
stuff, but
understand, you get the tires
I
for
think
what
he's
they
at work
cost me,
that day. I mean, at
no
school.
tax, no nothing, no mounting and bounding, nothing, no hundred.
Oh, yeah.
You pay more,
Yeah.
I will.
No, it's just I want my brownie points from
We
you
got a couple
too.
nice ones. Actually,
And then he
see that
swerves
over
around the
there.
potholes in the winter time.
Why don't you just take it off already?
It's
Yeah.
so
You
bad.
don't see it,
It's so
but it's
bad.
over there. Got the automatic thing there. You buy a card, you slide the card in, whatever, 300 balls will pop up, or you can take that
So
card,
one of these days I want
swipe
you
it,
to show them.
and leave with the whatever you got left. and They come up right out on the table.
No.
Yeah, it's nice.
no, I'm gonna go down there and just knock on the door, hey, how's it going?
That's what we do.
Really, yeah, it's really nice.
Alright, Josh, go use my clothes.
Sam said he wants to come see it, because he wants to figure out how to make it with
You know,
things.
force and clothes inside. I mean,
Don't let Rob know about it.
Alright,
All right, Johnny.
Enough.
You gotta make it puke.
Yeah.
There used to be one really close by the mall, but
Teach children.
now it's an office. And a gym.
Oh, one more thing, just one more thing.
Go to Mexico with us this summer.
Lime Rock wants to bring the kids. Joe says, no, you can't stay in the toilet. He goes, I'll get my own room. No, you can't afford that. And I don't know how it came up. He said, I know. You're gonna have a room for Steve and Sam, right?
Shipping thing.
Well, me and the kids will sleep on the floor, no problem.
the kids won't
The
mind.
kids won't mind. Joe says, I'm not really thinking about the kids, Rob. I'm kind of thinking about Steve and Sam. And then he says, they won't mind.
Absolutely, it's not a problem.
It won't
for
be a
them.
problem with those guys.
No, 5 of you is trying to get onto the toilet, it's not a problem when we're trying to get to the track at 6:30 in the morning.
It ain't happening.
Does he know
Those
he's not
simulators
bringing
too,
the
I love
kids?
those.
Not yet.
I was on a cruise.
No, he would know tomorrow, but he's not gonna be there.
Why is it not gonna be there tomorrow?
Yeah, you
Just
stand
say
up
it straight up
and
to him.
black
Be
in
like,
front
why
of
don't
screen.
you
We're on
find
the
5
cruise ship,
people
yeah,
that
you
you're
know,
allowed
signed
to
up for
bring
the
your
time,
kids
went
to?
in and
Is
did
he
that.
not
It
getting
was
paid to go to
awesome.
Lime Rock? Is that not work for him?
Nah, I love
Yes, it
that
is.
one.
Absolutely.
Just pick the
I mean, come
course.
on. I have to
And it's
bring
so
my kid every
real.
day, and I don't want to.
Exactly how you swing. It's all of a sudden, I'm like, hey, that looks exactly like when you drive.
No, thank you.
Joey?
Are you afraid of the alternatives that then he can't go and then
brother
he
had
has
this
to
one.
do?
What?
Sugar?
Yeah, but you wanna know something? Him not coming to Lime Rock, we can deal with that. We'll get some, it might cost me more money because I'm gonna have to fly somebody in. I could deal with it, that's not the problem. It's just I gotta leave him, it's just I have to leave him and his kids home. I'm taking his hotel.
You know what he's gonna ask? As soon as that comes to fruition, and you said we're taking off the toter home, can't take the kids, okay, I can't go. Hey, Joe, can we use the semi truck to live in? You know that's
told him
gonna
that the other night.
be, you know that's gonna be the next thing.
That wasn't good enough to sleep in. You're gonna point in here?
No,
See, that's what you have to say to him.
absolutely.
That's not even a joke. You
Really?
say that. That's cool.
I let him sleep in it the other night when we took the toter because we went to Pennsylvania.
Hey, but if you have to get somebody else for this weekend, see, you can't wait till Tuesday to do that.
This is exactly
You're
what
making
I'm
life too
talking
difficult
about.
for me now.
Yes, we're making life too difficult. Yes. Now we get to see you all stressed out. Meanwhile, it's because of this guy.
If the worst
This
comes
is
to worst, we
exactly
can
what
get a
I'm talking
mechanic in
about.
very short notice. We just can get somebody in short notice.
Yeah, it pisses me off.
And it's
too.
not that we need another mechanic. He's really the quote unquote.
Gopher. Track.
He's the water boy.
I mean, he has more abilities than that, but what we need is another pair of hands.
I can get it. Cool.
need a gopher.
Yeah, so I could be paying in here and getting a gopher. I'm trying to like run the juggling machine.
Tell him, listen,
Yeah,
cut the
she's
crap, put your kids in the freaking kennel if you got it for the weekend,
The
and
kennel.
get your ass up to Round Rock with us. This is your job. Do your freaking job. Put the damn kids somewhere where you gotta put
You
them.
have such a way with words,
Jen?
Joey.
Where's your
The kennel. Having the kennel.
Something.
What do you want? Take them downstairs.
Oh, there's one upstairs.
I'll be down
Am I
in a
leaving my
minute.
kids in here to go garage with Steve's
Night.
cat?
The,
What, your garage is good enough for my, if it's Steve's cat, it's not good enough for my kids?
No.
Elijah, I see you tomorrow morning.
Good night.
So look, drop the kids
Why?
back off at the house,
I have Friday.
and just make sure the shovel is not on the property. Then they're safe.
Jen,
Oh.
okay?
I'm just gonna repeat.
I can tell you have no children.
He doesn't plan on having.
Let me tell you the perfect number of children to have. Anywhere between 0 and 2. That's it. Preferably 0.
That's not even good cheesecake.
I thought you liked it last week.
-2 and 0.
Nah, I
Oh, what,
mean,
you
come
bought
on,
this?
you gotta have a kid. You gotta have at least a
Sorry,
boy to carry on the
excuse me.
name.
Hey, can I have the half and half, please?
Well, that's what he was trying to do.
Daddy was attacking me.
But he ended up with like 7 of them.
Here, give this
Yeah, but one good
I'll
thing
tell
that
ya.
Uncle Dave did that was smart was he gave up after 3. Like, alright, fine. Shot 3 out and you struck out. So, and once you have 3 daughters, don't keep having kids just to have a boy. It's like,
no,
you had
David,
3. That's
no,
not
Uncle
enough.
David just started trying to make him believe and convince the world that he really wanted daughters and not a son.
Yeah, well, that's another story.
Yeah, but well, anyway, you know, Mom made faces at me, but I told his son-in-law the truth. My brother's son-in-law, you know, they were pregnant, the wife, and my niece.
Good clarification.
And so, what was he saying? Something about?
You were having, he wanted a girl, he was happy to have old girls.
Yeah, I'd be happy to have old girls because you know they can goof around whatever because his father-in-law, you know, they were old girls. So I turned around and I told him, I says, why don't you just stop it right now? You know you want a boy for the first one, and just shut your mouth because you're saying the BS to the wrong guy. All right, just stop.
Oh,
There isn't a guinea on earth that doesn't want a son for the first kid.
Right, right.
There isn't one of us.
Right.
Okay?
He's Polish.
He's
He's half
Italian.
half
He's
Polish.
half and half.
Mixed breed.
No. He's
He's not Italian at all, is he?
He's got some Italian.
all Italians.
No, he's
Nah,
half.
he's got some Polish.
Excuse me.
Wallenhouse?
No, he's not.
Hang on.
Walendowski, he took on his mother's
Walendowski-
second husband's name.
You guys are delusional.
No, he
You
didn't.
don't know what you're talking about.
Well, he's not full Italian, I'm telling you that.
No,
He's
he's not.
half.
Half Polish,
Oh, well,
half
I was
Italian.
saying, what,
The father was
his father died, he was in the
In
army.
the army.
He,
Polish.
they were on maneuvers, and I think he was rock climbing or rappelling or something.
Something, but he was like 3 years old or something.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
Joe's
yeah.
name was what? Kuzma. Yeah, Kuzma, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Oh, I thought it was the other way around. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. He was raised a Guinea.
I know
He had a
how
Guinea, he
to
was
speak
raised a
or
Guinea.
something.
No, so you go, oh yeah, no, if I have daughters, they're older. I says, oh, stop it. I can listen to your father-in-law BS with my older brother. Your BS that he had 3 daughters and all he was happy to have daughters than sons. Stop it.
Huh?
He says, I'm not gonna listen to you
Yeah,
say
it's
that
freaking
same
different.
thing. So now he has 2 boys. And there's a third one gonna pop. What's the third one? Did they find
They
out?
don't know yet.
Like now he's praying for a daughter. Give me a daughter. Give me a daughter.
Shouldn't have had another one, the way the oldest one treats the younger one.
Well, my sister's gonna have a boy, so I don't have to
Oh,
worry
yeah?
about it now.
What about?
But carrying on, well, Thexton, I'm the last Thexton. I am the last one.
What, in America?
Wait,
As
you're
far
the
as we
last
know,
what?
last Thexton in our circle of the Thextons, I'm the last male. I'm the last one.
Does that make you feel the need to procreate?
No, absolutely not.
You're the last. You are the
Absolutely not.
last inseminator.
I think it'll end off really cool. I think it'll be done with me and stuff.
He's gonna end it in style. Oh, you shouldn't
Well,
have
that's
said
why I
last name.
told Jen actually, I said, you should tell Josh when you get married to change his name.
Oh, my sister tried that with Michael.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, well, yeah, she said.
Well, she never really tried that on Josh. I think she could have made him do it.
Yo, definitely, especially at
Oh, Josh would fall
at that time.
It was the running joke for a little while.
Well, listen, nobody in his family cares if they get addressed with the correct name. Your father-in-law wants you to call him by his first name. Your mother-in-law wants you to call her by her first name. So he should have just taken on your last name. What's the difference?
You could have done like hype.
They're liberated people. Just
Right.
call me Warren. Just call me Sue.
Zun.
I'm hello. We break his cookies for that all the time.
They've been married 5 years in July. He still hasn't figured out how to say dad. It's funny.
Or Joe.
5 years, that's it.
Yes, but I say it all the time.
What?
Respect is by your actions, and I get all the respect. Josh is a good boy. He's a good son-in-law. You couldn't ask for well, no, I should hit for that. I'm a little old-fashioned that way.
I could ask for a few more things too. I said the most inappropriate thing yesterday. It was
Well,
terrible.
come on, confess, because confession's good for the laughter.
I laughed my ass off, even though I knew it was so wrong to say. And I'm gonna say it again right now.
Well, that might be the worst thing, and then I'll tell them the second worst thing you ever said to him, John.
What? What was that?
No.
Remind me of that first.
There's no big deal.
Carbon
I'll
fiber.
put it. Say your story.
You should have even considered that inappropriate.
That wasn't inappropriate, it was just funny.
I don't even think he caught it yesterday.
You need to answer so you won't catch it now.
Alright, come on.
I
Spit
know,
it
before
out.
I took it out.
Can you pass me that thing?
So he was at Mike and Anthony's yesterday working on Anthony's apartment. So then I stopped by there with the baby, and then Tiffany and Katie were there, or whatever. So we're all standing around talking. And they start saying to Josh, "Oh, he looks so skinny." And Katie's like, "Yeah, isn't he so skinny?" I said, "I don't know, we haven't seen each other naked in such a long time."
Oh, that was really inappropriate.
That was so inappropriate.
Not inappropriate at all.
What? That's not inappropriate.
How's that not
How's
inappropriate?
that not inappropriate? It's a shame, it's just not inappropriate though.
It's really sad if that's true.
And I'm thinking it is.
So obviously he's not getting free room and board.
Alright. Enough then.
Well, you brought it up.
Yeah. I'm the one who's inappropriate.
Hang on, just tell
Don't
me
try to
what
take this
life
title.
since the kid's been born.
Don't you worry about yourself, okay?
No, I'm
No, he's
worried
not
about
worried
myself.
himself.
I am worried about myself. I'm a little bit concerned for you right now. Since the kid's been born? Get the hell out
Just
of
a
here.
yes or a no.
Hello, Steven Stammer at the freaking table.
So go in the other room. I gotta talk to you.
Somehow, I'd actually feel more comfortable if you were asking me than my own brother. So
Just some concern.
I'm concerned about where
Go
your
in-
voice is going,
Go in the room a minute.
Josephine.
Sam doesn't want to go in the other room. He's dying to hear the answer to this.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. Since
Stop.
that was 6 months ago.
What was the other story that you were going to tell?
Yes,
us?
Joey, yes. Okay, you happy?
Mom knows for a fact.
Do I know for a fact?
Oh, just play along that they did.
Oh.
Anyway, go ahead.
I have never felt so uncomfortable in my life.
Really? Because I'm not that uncomfortable. I just would like to.
Really?
change the
We
subject.
get up the ante right now.
Oh, no,
Steve,
you couldn't.
so Steve, let's talk to you now.
All right. Anyway.
What are you so uncomfortable about? Did you see that?
Wait a minute, that's on!
It's on.
I had to shut that off.
I did. Then you told your story and I put it back on.
Oh, spushfachi. We're all going to hell.
Relax.
Ratio.
What do you think? They never did it before. What do you think that little kid is in?
No,
That-
no,
The
it's
little
not
kid, he's a
that.
giant Super Bowl win. That's what he is. Josh couldn't
That
get
kid's
the
the
trophy,
result
so-
of the Giants winning the Super Bowl.
All right.
That's why his name is Eli. Alright, tell the other story then.
They had
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I'm serious.
Listen,
that is Honda Civic SI that I gave them.
I'm not sure it went down like that.
Excuse me?
oh,
Put that camera on.
It's on.
Excuse me?
When did you just give me?
when you got married, you knucklehead.
like when I just gave you the BMW, and then when you got married, I said, I give you the choice: keep the BMW, which costs more.
All right. Hold
or
on, hold
I'll
on,
give you the Honda
hold
Civic.
on.
Did you ever give me money?
Hold the banana.
Holy crap!
You gave me the Integra.
That as well.
Okay.
Also.
But I never like.
And then I crashed.
I never like sold the Integra, pocketed 20 grand, and you gave me another car. You sold the Integra and then replaced it with something else. It's not like you've given me 6 cars.
Yeah, it is.
Wait a minute, hang on a second here. What kind of freaking twisted logic you got here? You were 16 damn years old or 17 years old when you got the Integra.
Right. That you gave me
So,
that car.
Daddy bought you a car, you used it, crashed it,
got it stolen
twice. Then he paid to fix it, then he sold it. Then he bought another car. And
The
gave it to you.
BMW.
With the money from the car that he gave me.
Yes,
Yes,
it was his own money.
But I'm
Oh.
just saying, it's not like
Wait a
okay,
minute.
he gave me the
I'm really
Integra.
starting to
Is
think.
she
I
freaking
sold it.
serious?
Wait.
Catherine, don't say you gave it. Okay, we didn't give you the Integra. Gave you the Integra, sold it, took it back, gave you something more expensive. Sold it, took it back, gave you
Yeah,
something
that's fine. I'm with you on that.
And gave you a bunch more money because when I sold the Integra,
How
it seems to me
effed
we
up
only
is this
sold it
logic?
for
Wait,
$4,000.
how many cars has Daddy bought you? Definitely didn't sell the Integra for 4 grand.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
No,
I
to
don't
Josh.
think so.
Yeah.
No.
It was like 10 or 11.
Oh, at that time, yeah. Well, the Civic was 20, and the
Wait.
BMW was $25,000
At the time.
at the time.
But that was like a lease. I never.
A lease.
What are you talking about? It was like a lease. That wasn't leased.
Nothing was ever in my name.
You're jacked.
Wait. So
I'm
you started
really-
off with this Integra.
Listen,
What
I
year
got
was
this
the
Toyota
Integra?
home in Lindenhurst. Why
Dad.
don't you go sleep there?
Dad. I'm not
I can
trying
hear
to
this
minimize it. I'm just trying to really grasp what you're saying here.
Oh.
It's not like, oh, you bought me a BMW,
I
then
was
I
just
went
about
and
to say
sold it,
that.
and then you
I
went
was
and bought
just
me
Oh,
about to
something
excuse
else.
me, because that wasn't the first BMW.
No, hang on a
The
second.
first BMW that I gave you was, listen to this, guys, it was an E36 M3 Coupe with a complete 100% Denon supercharged package in it.
That was yours?
Including, yes,
Yeah.
that was
And
her.
I think
That
it was
call
as
was
fast as
freaking
your race car,
sweet.
though.
And I got the firework.
And a race
Shut
car.
up. Shut up. You have a race car. You can't speak. Okay?
He will anyway. But.
Yeah.
No, you will not. With a complete Denon
Including a
pack.
driver's license. you got nothing.
Supercharger,
Yeah, not even a
the modified
I'm
head,
taking the
the
test.
headers, the short ring and pinion, the whole freaking 9 yards.
And custom 3-piece wheels on it.
3-piece wheels.
Yeah.
You have magnesium wheels.
And you have 9 sets of OZs and BBSs.
So hang on a
And
second.
two mechanics living in your house.
So,
And
Dad,
Colin Alexander.
alright, shut up.
What's that gonna
Shut up. Hang on a second here. I'll settle this. When the Civic got sold, who got the money? Dad or you?
Yes.
Okay,
Dad?
that means the car was given to you.
That's true. That's a good point.
Okay? Done.
Jen, he is right.
I feel as though.
I feel
It doesn't matter what you feel.
I feel as though you're freaking waxed. That's what
I feel
feel.
as though it's time for you to put a zipper on.
I agree with whatever Jen says.
Hypothetically.
I
Do
don't.
yourself a favor, don't agree with her
I
right now.
have a hard time looking at it like, oh yeah, you've given me 6 cars over the years.
Well, the Civic, you can definitely say was given to you.
And the Integra, you could definitely say was given to you.
Wait.
Because as you use them, you consume them,
I
and
know, I
they became worth
understand
less
that,
money.
but it's not like you gave me the Integra. I
Actually-
sold it, pocketed 10 grand, then you bought me another
Actually,
car,
you
which
not
I
only,
then sold,
you not only
pocketed 10
consume
grand.
the Integra, you share the Integra with parts of other neighborhoods as well, as they got stolen
But it doesn't
twice.
matter. Who paid for the registration? Who paid for the insurance? Who paid for the mechanical repair?
So hang on a second
Who
here.
paid for the maintenance?
So now I gotta tell you this story.
You.
We were in high school, right?
I'm not
Actually,
saying
I
you
graduated
didn't do
high
a
school.
wonderful.
She was in the
You're
senior
painting
year.
a picture like as if you bought me 7
And they-
cars.
No, you're painting the picture
Huh?
all by yourself here.
She had. So anyway, long story short, she gets lost in a bad neighborhood with her friends. So that night, she said, yeah, you know, we got lost and we were in the Kinko's, we were trying to pull out of the parking lot, and these 2 guys pull up next to us and they wouldn't let us out, and then finally they let us out. Alright, that's what happened.
No, she saw
Well,
these
in the
guys
end-
staring at her in the car, and then
And they follow her.
and then
I
they
Yeah,
thought
so
follow.
in the
Looking
end,
at the
she
wheels
parks the
of
car
the car.
outside at night.
But they
Well,
weren't.
apparently they followed her home. A
The
freaking
car was
5 miles away. They're
right
following
here
you.
in front of the door,
Between other cars.
between other cars, and they stole it.
So they came back at night, took the car.
Went over the grass and.
Yeah, right over the lawn. Right over the lawn.
Yeah,
We
'cause I
found
went
it-
to leave for
we
school
found
the
it on
morning, I'm like,
blocks.
where's my car?
We found it on blocks with the motor running, but the interior was gone, the seats were gone.
The wheels
all,
were gone.
All the add-on parts that we put, they were all gone, because this was one of those special interiors that had the leather interior.
Where did you?
Down in
What are the bad neighborhoods?
Hispanicville.
Right across the street from Raleigh.
You know, so, of course, we fix it. Takes us a few weeks to get it fixed. Then they come back and steal it again.
Because, no, hang on a second here. When we fix it, he says, listen, because, you know, back then everyone was doing up those Hondas and stuff, they were hot. He says, listen, whatever you do now, do not park this car in the driveway, they know where we live.
No.
You gotta park the car in the garage from
No.
now on. Don't
We
nothing.
didn't start with the garage until it got stolen the second time.
No, until it got stolen the first time, because when it got stolen the second time, he was pissed at you because you came home late one night and you left it out. It was exactly that night that it got stolen.
That's not true.
It
Parked
is
it in
true.
the backyard.
That's not true.
Yes, it
I
is.
remember that.
I remember because he was ticked because he says, I told you put the freaking car in the garage. The first night you left it out, you got it stolen.
Yeah.
Yes.
After it got stolen the first time, we put an alarm on it.
Yeah, I think so.
Then when it got
Because there would
stolen
have been a
the
whole
second
lot more
time,
hullabaloo
Wrong.
if she didn't put it in the
Wrong.
garage.
It got the alarm put on it as well, but Dad said put the car in the garage. We leave the freaking Porsches outside, they don't come steal them, they come steal the freaking Integra. Because that's what was, he told you put it in the garage, you went out, you came back late, you were lazy to put it in the
This was
garage,
like
and that was when it
well,
got
you're
stolen.
really painting me out to be Satan, and you're not even getting the story right.
I didn't say you Satan, you were just a lazy teenage kid, that's all.
No,
You did a perfect upright punch in that kid.
you're sad.
So,
Mom.
once it got fixed twice from being stolen,
Actually, I think he's got a
No,
story.
no, I don't think it is.
No.
Because
Bull.
we would have been really, really mad at her.
No,
you were really, really mad. What do
The
you mean
truth
we weren't
is,
really, really?
we-
You were!
after it got stolen the first time, we put an alarm on the car. I did not activate the alarm when I came home that night.
That's what it was.
You didn't activate it and you left it in the freaking driveway.
Because I thought after you shut the door, it activates itself, so I didn't actually push the
No,
button.
Yes.
wrong. Because
No,
they went
that is what it
wrong.
is.
Wrong because they cut the wires inside the fender well because they were staking us out. They knew where to come for the goods now. They followed our home once, so they were always staking the place out. She left it out the one night. They cut the wires. I'm telling you.
No,
Don't argue
no,
with me on the call. Come on.
No, I do remember everything about the alarm, because you were mad she cut the alarm, yes. It wasn't in the
It was the good.
Either which way.
So,
It was
hang
not
on.
good.
We fix it twice, right? So now we go into winter time.
Was the accident after that?
Yeah. I don't remember.
Oh.
I said, that I don't remember. All I know is that it was
I
winter.
think the accident was after.
I think it was after.
Oh, it had to be, because the first time it got stolen was you were still in high school.
Yeah, yeah.
Did we ever catch them?
So it's winter, right? It's a whatever night. It's snowing. We're getting a pretty good snowstorm.
Yeah. I
So-
remember that.
He was in
She comes. You know that road we went down the other day? It's downhill to the left, to the right. She used to work.
in the snow, you told me about this.
Yeah, she used to work up the street from there, right? So she's coming home in the snow. There was other ways to go. That was like the most dangerous way to go. But she comes home that way.
You
The most
really.
dangerous way. Joey, either way you have
She
to
didn't
come
crash
down
on that road.
Yeah,
That's part of what makes the story good. She
And
manages
that's
to
exactly
make.
what you're aiming for, is a good story right now.
I'm aiming for a truthful story. It happens to be good.
Well, then
It
get
wasn't-
back on the road of truth, because you're lying.
You didn't go down Motor
And
Parkway.
what is true?
You didn't go down
She
Motor
didn't
Parkway.
crash on Motor Parkway.
I didn't say she crashed on Motor
Yeah, but how
Parkway.
soon is she gonna come home to his lessons?
She could have gone down Vets Highway and gone down the service road. It was all flat. If you really want to know.
She could have gone down Vets and made a right by the school. And come down to school and then come down.
There was a lot of other ways she could have gone. This was the most dangerous way in inclement weather to go. Okay? So, now that we've established I'm right, she made it down the most dangerous section of the road. Downhill to the left, downhill to the right.
Without crashing.
She made it. Right? Yeah, she comes to a full stop. No problem. She needs to make a left-hand turn. She makes a left-hand turn.
No.
No, but I know what happened.
He was in spirit.
She makes a left-hand turn, gives it too much throttle, front wheel drive, spins the front wheels, and the car just slides over to the right, and she hits a mailbox. Actually, it was a
What
phone
color was
pole
the
or
mailbox?
something, and just crushed the front of the car. She did like a 15-mile, 20-mile-an-hour crash. She just made it down like,
I remember
the
that.
valley
The
of
good
death
news
in
is
the
I
snow.
was okay.
The good news I was able to pay to fix it.
going off last night?
No.
Did you hear it, Sam?
Yeah, I did.
Did you do anything about it?
2 o'clock in the morning, Josh's car alarm was going off.
That
I'm like,
was-
don't go outside. What are you doing? There could be somebody out there.
So that was.
That's why
Josh's
you'd be
mom.
going outside.
So,
What happened?
Did you take it
Did
back?
he hit the
It was
button?
because of the rain.
Oh, the rain was making it.
Yes. Why would you go out there?
Because if someone's stealing your car, you want to get them. That's why you would go out there.
Nobody
Really,
alone.
what is Josh gonna go out there and do?
What are you saying? Your husband's a weakling?
I'm just saying.
Well, he's
What, you can't take it
What
back?
am I gonna do?
You're gonna chase him away. What do you mean? What are you gonna do? You're gonna go out there and
You're gonna call down heaven.
So then why do you have the home then?
you're gonna go protect your
Just
stuff.
scare them away.
They could have guns.
Yeah, what is he gonna
Why
do?
would they get scared away if they know that every wife of the husband who wants to run outside say, what the hell are you doing? Don't go out there.
Well, let me ask- let me-
Don't worry, Pablo. They ain't coming out here. He's got a wife. She's telling him to stay inside. She's telling him what you gonna do. Don't be
Well,
afraid.
let me ask
He's really on a roll tonight. Let me tell you something.
Jen, all the add-ons that are on that car, you even have that listed with the insurance company, so that if you do allow, I know you like to allow people to steal your cars.
Here is
So but like just in case.
Or not have collision on your car when you do have a collision.
Oh, you
because
gotta hear that story.
because
This is when she was working for the insurance company.
I got a second here. We're gonna tell this story. So she works for an insurance company, right?
And it all stayed off.
Now, hang on. Let's see if you can rebut this story.
one story at a time.
Okay, so let me go.
If that car gets stolen, and if all of the things on that car are not detailed, that's going to be Josh's problem. Because I've told him 6 times to take pictures of everything.
Okay, now
Because
let's
you know full well and good how to deal with insurance company because this
You
is the
work
story
there.
of how you learn, right? So she works for an insurance company.
In the
Telling
off-
people, getting paid to tell people how to insure things, right?
Okay, it is a good story.
So,
You are ensuring you're going to get an ass whooping. Because you're really pissing me off.
what? Tell me I'm lying. Or you got coffee there too. That was your job. This was your job. Tell people how to insure.
Oh, you got coffee there.
So,
Jonathan.
So.
Give him a nice kick in the balls while he's sleeping tonight.
So she was looking for, she found a house, she wanted to go in the neighborhood, look for the house, see which house it was. And it was a neighborhood she wasn't as familiar with. She was looking for the house, going down the side roads. She's looking for the house, she missed the stop sign
Hurry up, it's only a 1-hour program.
and gets banged by someone else. Someone hits her because she blew a stop sign. You know, it was an accident, she was looking, whatever. So, it's her fault. She goes to find out she never had insurance on the
I
car.
don't go to find out. I knew I didn't have collision.
That's even worse. What do you mean you knew you didn't have
You
collision?
forgot to put the collision on it.
I don't
forget
forget.
because we never had collision on the cars.
So what
Great
is he?
example.
You work in the office.
It wasn't free. They don't just hand out free insurance. You just hand out free. Never mind.
Wait a minute. Hang on a second. You didn't have collision on your car, but you knew you didn't have collision on your car? It wasn't just like an accident?
The car accident or the accident of not having the collision.
The car accident was an accident. I'm talking about not knowing that you didn't have the collision. Did you know or you didn't know? You intentionally did not put collision on your car.
Right.
Wait.
Why?
So what's the point of having
Because
insurance?
it's
if you don't
You
expensive.
don't have
collision?
collision either.
What's the point of having insurance then?
Liability. You have to have it to, you have to have
What's the
liability.
liability?
It's
So
somebody
that
else,
it
somebody
pays
else's
for the other
fault.
guy's car in case you're wrong.
Station, I don't think it matters.
So what happens if they hit you?
It's what?
Then
Well,
it's
they pay
wrong
for it.
and you
Yeah,
sue
well,
them.
How long does it run for?
I think we're good. I don't know.
Anyway, you're painting me out to be a moron.
No,
No,
No, don't worry. You have
Let's
your
say you're a
master's
moron.
degree. You're not a moron.
Exactly.
You got yourself an education.
She's got a full education. She's my method now.
I ain't making fun of that because I paid for it.
So,
Just like everything else.
the CEO of my company calls a meeting the other day with everybody in my department because they're redoing the website and like our company logos and things like that because nobody could really explain what the company does.
No one can really explain what they do for work for the company.
Don't go there, you're gonna get killed.
So he goes, yeah, I bet if I asked each one of you to explain what the company does, I'd get a
Oh
different
my
answer
God.
from each of you. And I'm like, I'm not even gonna answer this
Was
question.
there a little miniature me standing on your shoulder while he's talking to you in this meeting?
A red
Could
double.
there be a more miniature version of you? I don't know.
Oh.
The only thing you can shrink is his neck. Everything else. And his ego.
Yeah, there's nothing else to shrink.
Come over here, I'll
Not so funny
slap on your
now.
face.
Did you watch my video, James?
Yeah,
You know, stretch it out.
So what else did he say?
Well, no, this other girl, Christina, in my department, she's like, yeah. She goes, would you believe my dad tells people that we sell cell phones? I'm like, yeah, that's ridiculous.
Would you believe that my brother says I make coffee?
You should have said
I
that.
didn't even say.
Project manager.
Well, tell the boys what you do. She's a project manager.
Data-driven marketing solutions. That's my.
Yeah, I know. WTF, right? Data-driven marketing solutions. So now what data
What the hell
are you,
does that mean?
what data are you driving with this solution of marketing that you have? What is
What
it?
brand of car is that?
She's the Michelle Kish of this job. Nobody knows what she does.
No, she's not Michelle
No,
Kish.
no,
Come
no,
on.
Stop
no,
that.
Kish, stop
That's an absolute insult to
you can
Jim.
go Jody Defender.
Yes.
Who is that?
He's talking out of his behind right now. He's nobody. We can't waste time with that.
So what did they decide to say that your company does?
I don't think they have like the.
Does your company have a slogan?
The mission statement?
Mission
We do it,
statement.
Vision
yes,
statement?
yes, we do it with mirrors.
Smoke and mirrors. That's us. What's your mission statement?
To keep my boss happy so he pays me on Friday.
We make our
The
coffee
mission
strong.
statement. No, the mission statement is in the employee handbook.
But think
It's not
about
so
that.
much like.
Right? Data-driven marketing solutions.
It's very general.
Well,
What the heck is that?
What is your function?
she's a project manager.
So
go ahead.
And what products,
So now what do you do?
what projects do you manage?
She makes sure that
So-
all the pencils in the office are sharp.
To stab you with.
I think that that's terrible on his part. I paid a lot of money for that mess. This is
Listen,
great.
listen. Let's just, for all of us who are not as highly educated as yourself, all right, bring it down to a lower level. You're a project manager. So, obviously there has to be a project with
That you manage.
manage.
And what's the project about?
So, what's the project? You're on The Apprentice now. You got a project. What's the project?
You Brandy Roderick.
Alright.
Shut up.
I have explained this enough times
No.
that you should be able to.
I know, but I'm
Who are our
stupid too.
clients?
There's some people in England and someone in Spain. That's all I know.
Yeah, there's like 3 clients.
You have no idea what industry.
Not really.
No, because you give me answers like data-driven marketing solutions. For what?
So you don't, Mom?
I
She don't know the answer. She don't know either. Phone sex? Did
Phone-
you say phone
No, she said
sex?
phone sales.
Phone systems.
Phone systems. So the guy didn't far up when he said they sell cell phones.
Oh, you didn't say this to her, but you.
Hang on. All kidding around aside. Well, you told me.
Now Mom's crying!
Wait, which one's Christina? She's the one
It
that I got
says
the one
rack.
in the shower, right?
Casserole. And what color would
Alright,
it
give me
be?
her number. I'll call her
Red.
first.
Okay, so it's good.
All of our clients are mobile phone companies.
Hang on, let me tell them what.
So what is cell phones?
No,
We
hang
don't
on.
sell cell phones, though, our
Hang on.
clients.
This is what all seriousness, what you've told me. They look at their data as far as the calls that their clients make, and they compilate it all together and tell them better ways to, what, save them money or something? Yeah, that's all I can really regurgitate.
Yeah, that's one part of it. That's marketing
To save
solutions.
who money?
Driven by their customer data. Hence, data-driven marketing solutions. It all makes sense now, doesn't
I
it?
just don't understand why a company needs to hire another company to tell them what to do. Just hire someone yourself to look at what minutes your customers use.
It's the data management part, though, that not everybody would know how to do.
What's the data?
That's,
Data
obviously you guys specialize in that, so that's why you're being used, right?
Your arms or
All I know is that they sent her to Spain for a trade show,
And you went to London? Or London was a stopover, or London
Yeah.
was a
and they sent her on that airline that went broke, but it was like, there's
had like the beds instead of seats.
like only 48 seat, only 48 little apartments in the whole jet.
EOS.
That's cool.
EOS.
They went bankrupt a month later.
What were you gonna say?
Avianca.
Bianca.
No, that's Avianca. We fly without fuel.
How long were you in Spain for?
Trade show.
What part, Barcelona or?
why you pregnant when you went there?
Actually, Eli went too.
Yeah, Eli went.
You were on a plane that
She was
ran
like a
out of
month
fuel?
or something.
No.
Oh my gosh, Jamie.
The Aviation jet that crashed on Long Island that ran out of fuel.
The one in the river?
No.
No.
It crashed on the North Shore.
I never heard about that.
Aviation jet.
Cruise
Obviously,
Forget
she wasn't on a
Paris.
plane without
Huh?
fuel.
I was saying that.
What?
The plane going to Paris or no?
No. No, but Avianca, I think it was from Brazil or Argentina or whatever. And they were, you know, they asked them to make another pass around coming into Kennedy. They come around, they swing around, and they go on to the North Shore, go out onto the Long Island Sound, then swing around, and then come back in a southwesterly direction. That's one of the approaches into Kennedy Airport. And the guys, they were Spanish, and they weren't communicating properly with the tower. Don't you remember?
No, when was that?
15 years ago or something?
I don't
They
know.
were not communicating properly with the towers. They were running out of fuel. The freaking jet ran out of fuel.
Where did it crash?
Right on the North Shore. Right. It just cleared the water. Crashed right. About 150 people got killed.
I don't remember this.
It's like 15 years ago.
I remember TWA 800.
Oh, that was out there.
I remember that. And I could barely remember as far back as Pan Am, but that was over there. That was
In Lockerbie. No, that was England. No, this is about
Other
15
than that,
years
that's
ago.
about as far back as I can remember.
No,
When was that Pan Am one?
That was old. That was before
That
this
was in the
one.
80s.
It's early 80s,
But remember that TWA 800? Remember that?
Are you saying you were born in the 80s, Joe?
No, he was born in the late 70s. But yeah,
Just
I-
give them water allowed
the
before.
airline was Avianca.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that was
Or TWA.
Argentina or
Yeah.
Brazil or one of those countries, but that's what the whole deal was. That baby, because you know they're trying to figure out, well, why did it crash? Why did it crash? Why did it crash? You know, and the people on the ground, it crashed. You know, on the North Shore, it's all wooded and everything. Fortunately, there weren't any houses. I think it only wrecked one house. Nobody on the ground got killed. Or I think nobody on the ground got killed. You know, but and people heard it. It's like it's like the jet came in, but there was no noise. There was no noise. No, go figure. They ran out of fuel.
That's terrible.
Okay, but picture this. Let's say it had 20 seconds
This is
more
like
fuel.
1955.
Who would have made it?
No. 20 seconds more fuel. Like, how about crashing in the middle of Hicksville?
Oh, yeah.
It would have taken out 500 people.
Yeah, not for that, yeah. But it wouldn't have needed that much more fuel just to make it, period.
Well, it depends on how many times.
You know, 3-4 minutes. Well, it was coming in. It was coming in for the approach.
Oh,
You
it
know,
was coming in
it was
for the
crossing
approach.
over Long Island. So, no, I've done that approach myself many times. So, you know, 3-4 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, it ran out of fuel.
It's kind of hard to believe in the day and age that there would have been a communication problem between the pilots and the tower, a language problem. It's kind of.
What kind of plane was it?
It was, I don't know what kind of jet, but it was a big jet. Big size.
Imagine how eerie that would be to be on a jet, and it's like, and then just quiet.
Yeah, that was bad news. Yeah, everybody's been flight.
Accordingly.
Whoa. Okay.
Gotta go. So we settled on the
Yes, you bought me 10 cars and
no. I kept you in cars during the.
you kept me in cars, yes.
Yeah, so as they depreciated, I just laid out more money.
But
on
let's
what you-
let's just also point out that it's not like I would say, oh, Daddy Warbucks, I'm done with this car. Can you get me another one?
I didn't think, no, I didn't.
But,
No,
but
no
the
one
story
even-
was not saying that. I was
I'm just
describing the
saying.
Honda Civic that I gave you. Wait a minute, I don't know that you gave me that car.
Yeah, but hang on a second here.
You never did get to the
You got
story.
totally off track from the original story.
What can I say?
Okay, so now that we know that he gave her the Honda Civic, okay, now tell your story.
Josh is using this car.
And the reason why Josh was using the Honda Civic was because I purchased the Volkswagen from you. That I do clearly remember.
Yes,
telling
you
you
did.
a check for.
That you did for what it cost us.
He said, when they got married, he says, listen.
Just gotta throw that in.
He says, listen,
Absolutely, I gotta throw that in. Why not?
When they got
Or
married.
you're trying to say that's throwing it in your face.
Shut up down there. When they got married. He said, listen, she had the BMW that Ed's using, right? Look, you can either continue to have that,
And the
but
seat didn't look like that when she sat in it.
it also didn't smell the way it smelled either. But that's neither here nor there. The other thing is, if it's yours, you'll pay for repairs. It's yours. So do you want to pay for repairs on the BMW, or I'll give you the Civic? You can live with that. That was the conversation.
Yes,
I wasn't even there.
Which at the time,
I know because he said. So,
because the BMW at the
because I
time,
remember things.
the
Oh,
BMW at the
Have
time,
I heard that before?
she had had it for quite a while. The
We're talking about
BMW
where-
had about 80,000 miles on it.
but I do remember
And,
things.
and I quote, "It is my freaking job to remember everything that you say."
Well, I'm with him all damn day long. So obviously, some of it rubbed off on me. I remember.
Oh.
Oh, exactly.
At
Thank you.
what point did this turn into you mocking me?
Whoa.
It has to go there sometime.
No, his mouth was closed for too long. You have to let it stretch.
It's been a while since I heard
Can't
that.
go to bed until he meets that quota.
Yeah.
No, it was like you want to keep the BMW that's already got like 85,000 miles. You're on your own now. You're married. It's your baby.
Yeah, clearly we're on our own now. So.
I know.
Just like Rob.
Too far, Johnny. Too far.
He's just working up his minutes. He couldn't help it. He had to say something.
You even have a kid living in your free room and board now.
Similar.
Oh man.
Well, it is free room and board.
At least you guys have a working
Again, I can somewhat justify that too.
And how do you somewhat justify it?
I could try.
Don't
You
try.
built
I let Josh do work for you.
You built it. Okay.
Josh has saved his family a lot of money.
Which he's gotten paid for everything he does.
All right,
No,
keep
no, he's
going.
done
All right, let's not keep getting distracted here. So the Civic
And
is
so how
parked in the
much more was
driveway
the WRX worth than what you paid?
behind. Oh my.
Listen, that's Josh to
Huh?
kiss your ass.
Way more.
because-
I was supposed to
Did you
get
ever see that car?
No, what about the Civic?
It's a Civic SI. It was nice, all lowered down, and you know.
So,
Josh
It
is
was
like
like a matchbox.
Josh
car.
is like
It was
freaking.
this
He's
big.
got a mind 10 years younger than what he is because he still likes all those, you know, tuner cars and stuff.
but so before
in
it
the
got-
driveway. Yeah, it's in the driveway, parked behind the dually. Okay.
it's still mine though. I hadn't given it.
The
to anybody
dually.
yet.
No.
Yeah.
It was prior to them getting it.
Yeah, it was ours.
Okay.
You know.
Yes, it was Johnny's.
7-year-old Johnny, you know.
Well, actually, it kind of was because if you go on with the store, you couldn't move because I had the keys in my backpack.
So I
Didn't I have the keys in my
I backed up
backpack
the
in my
dually.
backpack or something?
Hang on,
like
shut
that?
up.
half a mile an hour, but I had the hitch on it, just like I have the hitch on it now
You guys
out the
couldn't
back.
move it, and that's why he backed into it by
So I backed into the hood of it and I dented in
That's
the hood.
worse.
I mean, the hood's like aluminum foil on that thing. I mean, I hit it at 1/4 of a mile an hour. Oh. But anyway, that's the way it was.
Well, I think the door on the dually's aluminum foil too. That's another story.
No, that's not aluminum foil. I got
We
it
had
back.
to whack that thing because he sent me for a ride.
So anyway,
Too many stories, man. Oh my gosh.
so they have the Civic now. So Josh is trying to figure out how.
Yeah, exactly. You give me a dented up car. But anyway, go ahead.
That's it. He gave you a salvage car. It's a 907A. It's worth half what it's really worth.
Go ahead.
Holy mackerel. Oh, but Daddy, I'm so concerned about you because you do so much for people that are undeserving. Oh, and you have a headache.
So he backs into the
Undeserving starts at home.
So he backs into the Civic. That's
They got
the
it. So Josh is trying to figure out now. They got this Civic with a dent in the hood. And so he's trying to figure out, I think it was what Jen was going to get him for his birthday, or he's just trying to figure out, he wanted to get a carbon fiber hood. Okay? So we're sitting at the
Look at his
table
face.
Sunday evening for dinner, you know, and he's making the mistake of verbalizing this thing that he'd like to get a carbon fiber hood in front of Jen, whose sole mission in life right now is to save money so they can buy a house.
Noble, I think, but go ahead.
Noble. Oh my god.
So he's talking.
Yes,
Seriously,
I'll
Noble,
step
that's
by
really
your
what I
house.
want to do.
He's talking to me and Joey about getting this carbon fiber hood because, you know, we can get them, you know, we can get it through the distributor, and because we're in that business.
If you didn't know.
She
But go
hears the words buying and carbon fiber hood, and it was exactly like that. She instantly, it was like Abbott and Costello when they says Niagara Falls. She instantly turns around. What are you, 16? Can I get a carbon fiber hood? And Josh was like,
Well, come on.
that was the last we heard of him that whole night.
She ended up having to buy a bra to put across the hood to cover it up afterwards. Luckily, he got smashed by somebody a year or two later, and they fixed it.
That was fortunate.
That was. It was.
Hey,
And at least you had collision.
you're 1 for 2.
Well, they
Well,
didn't
We
have
didn't have to
collision.
use our collision that time.
It wasn't his fault.
I know. You did have it.
You didn't need it, you had it.
A collision out of gold card after an accident. I had one since then.
So,
Now you have to
We-
tell a story about the
we-
dually.
No,
It's getting late.
they might be exhausted right now.
they can't contain all this. There's going to be a test on all of this tomorrow. We were at Elkhart Lake.
So now you're gonna tell the story. Oh my god.
Wow.
Sicily, 1945.
I already said that, but everyone ignored me.
They
What?
don't even.
We're
You
at
guys never
Elkhart
watched
Lake,
the Golden Girls, right? Did you
2004.
ever watch the Golden Girls?
I'm not sure the Golden Girls
No.
on the 80s. It was a funny show.
Right?
Okay, get the DVDs.
It was a funny show.
I know that there's
Blasphemy.
Blanche and
Yeah, Sophia, the old lady, she was really good.
Sophia was
But
hilarious.
she ended up starting to watch it in syndication.
She was like-
became a big fan.
Addicted to it.
She turned into Rose, the dingbat.
I didn't turn into her.
Better the dingbat than the slut, right?
Well,
Anyway, we're at Elkhart, 2004.
Three.
Good night.
where you
Three
going?
or whatever.
2003.
I
Yeah,
have
2003.
to
August. ALMS.
relax on the couch on Sunday nights before.
Oh, yes, and I would tend to that other thing too.
And you told Josh you'd down in a minute an hour ago, so.
Yes,
And that-
clearly he's missing me.
You know that inappropriate thing? I'd go tend to that if I was you.
Shut
We'll deal with that.
Go see how skinny he's gotten.
Go see how skinny he's gotten, she goes. Hey, big boy, I want to see how skinny you are.
So the evil gene has made it to the youngest one as well.
Hopefully, it won't be too skinny.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
toodles.
Go see how skinny he's gotten.
So we're at Elkhart for the Trans Am race, and we were using the dually because we had a 44-foot gooseneck trailer that we were pulling with that at the time. So it was just another disastrous weekend, so on and so forth. And my cell phone and cell phone program that was purchased on a coupon,
It was nice.
well, it must have been the way it worked.
None of the phones
We can
work
get
at
cell- we-
America, right?
Well, Elkhart Lake Road,
Any,
America sucks for
it's
cell
hard to get
service.
cell service. But it's like, we get these cell phones that like, there's 5 bars, there's 5 bars. That's great, there's always bars, always bars. I think I want to use the phone now. Oop, no bars. Whatever you wanted to use the phone, no bars. So, you can't get any reception at Elkhart. It was raining, it was this, we were
No, it
packing
wasn't
up.
raining.
It had been raining. So, anyway, so
The day before.
I get in the
don't worry
dually,
about it.
and I'm going up,
It's filler.
going up the back, up towards the end where the ALMS cars, you go up the hill, in the back there.
The day before.
Johnny's sitting in the bed.
Just
Going
sitting
up
on
there.
top, on like
Yeah, we're just
the fender
I'm
well.
going. The worst things happen to me at 2-3 miles an hour, And I'm trying to get the phone here. It's like, trying to get cell service so I could call Cindy. And I turn it. It's a big field up top there. It's all open. It's all open. I'm going 2 miles an hour. There's this little twig of a tree like this. Holy mackerel, the damage a twig of a tree like this can make. Apparently,
But it must not have been a full tree because you would have had branches come across the
it was a
truck.
little twig of a thing. I
It
mean,
must have been like it was a stump, you said. It was a
No,
little-
no,
It wasn't a stump, it was an actual
It
You
tree.
was a
didn't see
little-
all the big green leaves off that tree?
no, because if I saw anything, I wouldn't have hit it. I turned into it. So I turned into it. Ba-boom. He nearly gets launched out of the back of the dually bag. I caved in the whole door of the truck, the whole rocker pack. I caved the whole thing in. The door didn't want to have closed, the window, this, that. Now I'm in Elkhart. 900 miles away from home. Oh, jeez. I'm like, his eyes are bugging out of his head. My eyes are bugging out of his head. How could this thing this small make this much damage on my truck? So I don't know.
Destroyed the tree too.
No, it did not. Didn't do squat to the tree. It didn't break the
Took a
tree.
nice gash out
It
of
did
it.
not. It just barely took the bark off it a little bit over there. Still couldn't get cell service. So we had. So we had to take the door up. We had to do all kinds of. I mean, we were like, I just wanted to just stop my feet on the ground. I can't believe it. I'm gonna come home all the way like that, and yeah, it's terrible.
That dually?
That dually.
That dually.
What was it, the back
Do
left
you know
door?
what show?
It was the driver's door.
I never in the back left door.
As a byproduct of that, because when they fixed it, they still didn't fix it
He
properly.
got pushed into it a little bit.
And they never fixed it correctly.
Is that Michael's auto repair?
No.
No, they don't do auto body. Yes. At 80 miles an hour, we don't hit nothing. 2 miles an hour, look out. That was some terrific math she was using there.
What a freaking piece of work. Oh my gosh. That's quite the memory, that one.
Holy crap. 10 years from now, when they're in the new house, you know what they're gonna say? They let us stay upstairs in the house. In the first 5 years, they were mad. Hey, me and Josh let you stay upstairs. Holy mackerel. Yes, the BMW that I bought her, that thing was the sweet.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I mean,
Not the
it
five,
was,
I remember that.
yeah. I was an E36 M3.
She was like, what, 18 then?
Keep telling me he's talking too much.
I know, seriously, you're really digging a hole.
Listen, I can say nothing. I'm going down. I know you're keeping track. You got a book. You told me I got a book. I'm writing everything down.
No.
Relax, she had it for a little bit of time. We sold it, we made money, so don't get your hopes up.
Well, she had the Integra. That thing was hot.
At the time.
I would
nowhere-
still take that.
Nowhere near as
Hold
hot
back.
as this BMW. No way.
What? Hold
Oh,
back.
the Integra
I'll
was
sell it
hot.
to you.
We're talking about a demon
That's
and
right, to someone out of the family, so I couldn't even get it.
Oh, she drove that car. That car never saw more than 3,000 RPM when she drove that thing. Got a freaking supercharger on. She's like,
When I bought it from one of my customers, you know, he has a store. And I went there, and I went to go scope it out. Like, all his employees were there. You know, because they overheard, I'm buying it for my 18-year-old daughter. I'm like, they'll come out and like, they wanted to look at this man that was buying this car for his 18-year-old daughter. And I can hear him say, I'm buying that for his freaking daughter. I'm buying
Was that the red one or the white one?
the
White.
white one?
And we sold it and we traded in the red one. That was the E46.
2005, wasn't it?
No,
Was it
M3. No, the guy had the new M3 with 4,000 miles on it. He traded that in on it. But it had the supercharger, it had the modified head, you know, because they had different stages. This was the full-on, full schmagegi Demon car. It had the Quaith differential. Oh, no, it had everything. I had the receipts to prove it. You know, I mean, I had all the receipts. I mean, you could tell it had a short ring and pinion in it. It had the Quaif in it. It had the headers. It had the blower. And that bad boy. That bad boy ran.
How long did she have it for?
Through the summer.
Close to a year.
Was it a year?
Oh, hell yeah. We had 3-piece wheels on that. And all kinds of sets of
You got
wheels.
pictures of it anywhere?
Yeah, on the computer I got some.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Well, from the outside, it looked like
From the outside, it looked like
Yeah.
a
a
white
really
M3.
nice white M3. You know, cool. And it had, you know, it was the premium package inside, so it had what they call them the Darth Vader seats. I don't know
Called the
why.
big bolsters on them.
Yeah, they call those the Darth Vader seats. Which then they call them the Vader seats. But that's, yeah, that's what. It was white with the light gray leather interior. That bad boy was, she was hot, that car. Yeah. No, she had some nice cars her daddy got her. that was a 95, and she had that
I must need hearing aid.
around 98, 90, oh, no, 2000. No, 2001. Because we traded in the guy's 2001 M3 that only had 4,000 miles. Because the guy had gotten this 2001 loaded to the gills M3. But it was too nice to use it as a track day car.
So you wanted to go tracking.
So we did a deal.
I mean, that car was really too nice to use as a track day car too, but it had all the stuff on it. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, so yeah, we did a deal. I gave him some money. And then I sold the M3 as well. That was a nice car. There's been no shortage of nice cars.
Alright, commercial.